The dark, quiet street was briefly illuminated by the powerful lightning in the distance. The storm was headed this way. In the house on the dark street laid a man, alone, unable to sleep, as his mind raced with all the thoughts of his lonely life. As he lay in his bed, sleep eluding him, staring at the ceiling, a thought occurred to him, one that would, for at least a moment, take his mind away from what his life had become. A light shone bright in his face as he unlocked his phone. TikTok, his one escape from the world. As he scrolled through his For You page, his problems drifted to the back of his mind. But little did he know, something magical was about to happen. A TikTok was moments away from changing his life forever. And suddenly, his eyes were greeted with the greatest sight. This was it! He knew in that instant his problems were gone. Lonely he would be no more.
You do not have to accept her rejection.
The excitement rushed all over his body. This was it. The next day he jumped out of bed, knowing exactly what he would do. He raced down the street to the nearest park, for he knew what would await him there. And there she was, standing at the park bench. Without a moment wasted, he rushed over to her, something he would never have done in his previous life. But this was a new man. This was a new life. "Hey," he said coolly. Hello?" she replied, already sounding exasperated from the conversation. The man jumped off the deep end and just said, "You and me, we're going out." The woman frowned. No thanks," she said. A slight look of distaste washed over her face. The man knew this was coming. It's what he expected. But he knew she wasn't ready for what he was about to say. A smirk appeared on his face as he thought back to the previous night.
And she said, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. And you'd also have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastery of the ropes and the fact I have multiple women. And actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me.
He said the words.
Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. Absolutely the best. But you'd have to come over to my house and find out. And also, you'd have to be okay with kink, and you'd also have to be okay with my mastering of ropes and the fact that I have multiple women in my life. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best fit for me.
The woman, for a brief moment, was too stunned to speak. But as the man closely watched her face, he could tell something was happening. The distaste, it was gone. It was becoming a smile. She began to speak, words he had dreamed of for as long as he had laid eyes on her. "I need you," she shouted. Take me right here." The man smiled as she bent over the bench, waiting for what he would give her. Things that have never or will ever happen in 1,000,000,000,000,000 years. So I had the displeasure of coming across this TikTok and oh my God, what the fuck was that? You don't have to accept her rejection. Okay, buddy. I think we all need to come together and be collectively paying for some bodyguards to be around any woman who comes within 300 feet of you. All right, so here's the thing. When are we going to actually start banning people's access to the internet? I'm sorry, but if you're posting shit like this, you do not deserve the internet. It's not a human right, people. We can surely take it away. So for those of you who don't know, this dude actually sells a course on how to get women. This dude right here, selling a course on how to get women. If this guy, as he self-describes, is a professional dating coach, then I took my rocket ship to the sun this morning and took a dump on it. I'm sorry, but I need to play more of this video because it is actually unbelievable.
She started going back and forth with me, and I started building attraction in that because now I had sidestepped her fucking rejection. Granted, keep in mind, I didn't force it. I didn't say, no, you're gonna... I just played into her little fucking game. I knew she was playing with me a little bit, or just kind of disengaging, and I gave her a little bit of fun. You want to know what I did with her later?
This video is really falling into this video's theme of things that will never happen in the history of things happening. For sure, this guy probably spends way too much time watching porn, and not just any porn, the porn with the absolutely ridiculous over-the-top scenarios with the most horrendous acting that would rival even Mark Wahlberg's performance in The Happening.
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
Let me show you an example. And yes, this is a real example from a real high-quality production.
The Congressional Medal of Death.
Who are you?
I'm the cook.
You know what this dude sounds like? He sounds like a 13-year-old boy who's just hit puberty, grown a few hairs on his chin, and is now trying to show off to his friends that he knows what boobs look like. What, you guys have never done kink before? You virgins are missing out. According to this dude's website, he has over 100,000 Tinder matches and has a little over 1,000 women in his dating life. 100,000 matches, 1,000 women in his dating life. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do you a huge favor and give you some advice on how to actually scam people. Alright, if you're going to scam people with lies, don't make it so fucking unbelievable that even my goldfish would roll its eyes at that shit. Anyways, as this guy says on his website, just remember, don't settle for mediocrity in your dating life. Embrace the alpha mindset. Let me read that again because this is a very important point for life in general. Embrace the alpha mindset and unleash your true potential to attract the partners you desire. Anyways, if you decide to take some advice from this absolute unit, I'm sure he's got plenty of bookings available. And good luck to you. Bye.